is what my grandpa taught me. So he has a super successful business in Utah, huge gas station chain. And he always told me growing up, like, Chad, I barely graduated high school. I am not very smart, but the one thing that I am is I make a decision very quickly and I just run with it. There's no doubting that decision. If I fail, awesome, I make a decision off of that one. And it led to great things for him. So I'm trying it out in my own life, and so far so good.
Today on the We Share podcast, we're joined by Chad Spencer. He's the owner of RegenMed and the Wellness Club. Welcome to the We Share podcast. I'm Julie.
I'm Alex.
We share ourselves and we provide a platform for others to share.
We believe everyone has a purpose and a story to tell.
And we're back on the We Share podcast. I'm Julie.
And I'm Alex.
And in a continuation of our theme for January, we have a guest here that's going to help us with our wellness.
Yes. Let me happily introduce Chad Spencer, the owner of the Wellness Club. He is a dad, a husband, and entrepreneur extraordinaire, apparently. I mean, you can see him if you tune into YouTube. We're going to add a YouTube element, but he is young. So he's got
obviously making moves in your life.
Making some serious moves, doing some amazing things to bring wellness to Idaho Falls as well as other areas. So we're excited to dive in deep into this episode and learn about his offerings and pretty much set the stage for where medicine is going.
Let's talk about that, Chad. Tell us what the Wellness Club is.
Okay, so the Wellness Club has two components of it, and essentially two brands. One is the Wellness Club, and that's where we are going to focus on kind of more the aesthetics of your health. So we're offering facials, we're offering IV therapy. So if this is when people get sick, so let's get some vitamins in you via IV. We also have contouring devices. So if you've got a little bit of extra stubborn belly fat or you're not stoked with your underarms, literally a 20-minute thing will reduce that by inches. And it's a healthy way to melt fat, and your body just gets rid of it that way through sweat and all that. And so that's a big focus for us too. And then our other brand is called RegenMed. And so that's where we focus a lot on joint pain. We also will focus on weight loss through GLP-1s, but we also put a nutritional packet together. So each week you'll get a meal plan so that you're eating healthy. So if you ever choose to go off of the GLP-1, that it's not where you gain it all back and more. We're trying to teach you healthy habits while giving you that little push so you can see results pretty quick. And then we also focus on testosterone for men so that they can start feeling like themselves when they were teenagers rather than just kind of feeling like, oh man, I got no energy or anything like that. So, and like I mentioned, we do joint pain. So we do stem cells so people can build back their cartilage, get rid of inflammation, and hopefully be help you not have to have surgery in certain joints so you can get back to playing pickleball or whatever that may be. So,
all right, let's focus on a couple of those topics because I think it's so interesting that you're adding that extra component to the GLP-1. I have friends who have no, nobody is intervening between them and that whatever shot they're taking. I could name all the brands, but whatever shot that they're taking, they're not even getting any help. It comes in the mail. They just do it. And nobody's talking to them and saying, how you feeling? How we changed your diet? Are you getting better sleep? Like no one's even checking in on that, yet they're injecting this synthetic into their body and hoping for results. And that for me doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I don't know why people would do it that way.
Yeah. So
I do. Because it's easy.
It's easy,
I think
but
that's why they're doing it is because it's easy and they're getting a result.
But it's not a plan for success. Short term. Yeah.
No, so our methodology, and my wife is my co-founder, and she's much smarter than I am. But she's been running a company for years that is focused on behavioral change with nutrition. And so this program, they walk through a 90 days where essentially you learn why you eat the way you do. Like, I figured out why I love pizza every single night, and it happens after, a stressful trigger for me. And then there's other things like, I think if people really focused in and the things that they don't actually want to eat, but they can't quit, there's a trigger to it. And so with her experience of helping people overcome their behavioral change with nutrition, we're implementing that into the Wellness Club to where we're going to be able to come in, take your stats. We actually take blood samples so you know where like your A1C is. So if you're type 2 diabetic, we want to help you get off of metformin. We want you to actually be healthy. And then from there, we start at a super small dose with the GLP-1s, and we work you up to kind of what your goals are. And so as you're taking that GLP-1, we're teaching you how to eat properly, and not like chicken and rice eat properly, but like, what foods do you like? Okay, great. Let's implement a few more of the healthy foods that you like. And if you focus on adding good things, you won't have room for the negative things.
Right.
And then that GLP-1 is just kind of that little push to help you kind of get rid of that food noise in your head. And so we've seen that be successful. Like myself, I'm down 35 pounds.
Yeah,
in
I
8
can
weeks.
tell you've lost weight since
Yeah.
I've seen you last.
So like my wife, Christine, this morning said, oh, we might need to use the contouring device on you because you're kind of looking flabby in the chest area because you know.
The brutal honesty.
So,
Beauty of a relationship.
Yeah, but it's been awesome. So I've seen some huge success in losing weight, but I've also been able to eat pizza a couple times a week if I want, or other things. But I really focus on more of, I like keto, so I like protein and meats. So I've been able to focus more on that because I feel better, but I can still do the other stuff and still have results. So it's awesome.
I like that pairing that you're talking about, because just the other day on the morning show, we were like, keto doesn't work for everybody. And the raw diet.
It wouldn't work for me.
Yeah, the raw diet doesn't work. Yeah.
That much meat down.
Like so you have to be a little more nuanced with how you're taking these GLP-1s if you want to have long-term success. You'll see it in month 2 and month 3. All of a sudden, you're going to be dropping it. But how do you keep that going after you ramp off of the medicine? So I love this concept that you're doing at the Wellness Club, that you're giving that additional education so that people can actually change their lives but still enjoy what they eat.
Yeah.
Right. And you're incorporating, like, you're an example because you're doing it. So you're going to have a live testimonial as well as others.
Yeah. We like to, we know that there are tons of weight loss clinics out there, and there are thousands of online businesses that, like you said, are just shipping medicine to people. We will ship you medicine, but we're going to make sure that we consult you first and that we're continually checking in. But we like to claim, and we're very proud, that we're not a drug dealer. Like, you don't just call us and we're not just going to give it to you. We're going to make sure that you're a good fit, that you're a healthy fit, and then you're going to, get the other stuff along with it. And you hear in the news a lot, like, oh, if you take Ozempic or any of the other main brands, like, you're going to have to take it forever, else you're going to gain all the weight back. With our micro dosing and starting small and working up, like, our goal is to have you on it for 3 to 6 months tops. And then if you want to go back down to a super small dose of like micro dosing, just because they do help with inflammation and they do kind of, I don't know, give you that. It's kind of like having your best friend in your back corner, right? Like, okay, like,
someone's here helping me.
Yeah, exactly.
There might even be, if it is a small dose, it might even be a placebo effect. Like, you are getting something, but it's that belief, that extra, like.
But yeah, but at that point, once you're on that microdose, like, it's really you. Like, it's you with the control, and so people don't have to pay a crap ton of money for their whole lives just to stay at their goal weight. And we're not shutting down your metabolism or system, because we never get to that dosage like some other folks. So
right. Let's talk about some of the other things with the Wellness Club. So let's hit on the testosterone level, because you mentioned men, but I know a lot of women don't have. Women don't have their appropriate testosterone either. So go ahead.
So the nice part, So the nice part is, like you mentioned, I get to be a test dummy for the GLP-1. I'm also our first test dummy for the testosterone. So I would say the last 5 to 7 years, I have felt unmotivated, not in work, but in everything else. And so that's what led to me gaining 50 pounds after I got married and COVID and all that fun stuff. And so I was like, man, I just don't feel like me anymore. And I just kind of feel lethargic. And I'm not putting on as much muscle at the gym as I thought I should. And so I got tested, and my testosterone was at a 134. So we joke at my house really that I lost my Y chromosome just because I was so low.
That's really low.
Yeah. So,
especially for your age.
Yeah, exactly. I'm only 36, so I should be, a little bit higher in that 500 to 700 range. And so I've been taking it the last 3 months, and I feel fantastic. And I do think that that's also helped with the other side of the weight loss, because I am more motivated to work out, to do more things. It's a lot less come home, watch TV, and a lot more come home. All right, what are we going to do with our 4-year-old tonight? Like, let's go party. And then the most important thing to me is my brain fog is completely gone since I've been on it. So I can think clearly, and I feel like I'm getting more of that normal thought process that I used to have when I was 20-ish. So
yeah. Another thing I like about what you're talking about with the Wellness Club is I think we suffer in today's world where we live through somebody else's lens. We don't live through our own lens, and we actually don't have a good connection with how our body feels. We don't even recognize until it feels different that you went, oh my goodness, I have so much more energy now. You would have just kept functioning at that level and just thought that was normal.
Because it's usually just this gradual decline until you get to where you're like, this really doesn't feel good.
Yeah. And knowing now that you can be different and you have the energy to run around with your 4-year-old, you don't ever want to go back to that.
Yeah.
Ever. And that's why it's called wellness. Yeah, I love that you chose that name. Wellness. Yeah. It's actually wellness into what you're living a healthy lifestyle.
Well, and we really like at the Wellness Club to preach action, right? So I think in today's society, there is the consumption and education kind of masturbation situation where you are consuming to the point where you are not actually doing anything. Where if you people are out there, and myself was included for the last few years, where I listened to podcasts, I read books, I did everything right on social media. Like, how do I get better at this, or how do I feel better, or how do I lose weight, or whatever it may be. And instead of taking those several hours and just actually taking the first step and doing something and testing something through action, people just get stuck. And so the Wellness Club is here to help you just we're going to shove you for that first step so that you can get going and see results and feel like yourself again in every regard. Another thing that we're really focused on right now is microneedling with PRP for stretch marks. So if you have gained weight and you lose it, and now you have stretch marks or through pregnancy or whatever it may be, a lot of people are very self-conscious about that. And so we want to help you through natural means, non-surgical, reduce what they look like.
Right.
So you can feel confident with yourself.
Exactly.
So we're just helping you take action rather than having to spend hours and hours researching. We're here to consult you and to help you put a plan in action to help you meet your goals, both again, aesthetically and more importantly, internally.
I like that. So you've given us, well, the people, the club members, the confidence, and the ability to basically have an accountability partner. You guys have done the work. Yeah. And then I know there is a club, it's a membership. So it's in your name. Tell us about the membership, how that works. And I've seen a few things on social media, hinting at there's going to be some lunch stuff and ladies groups and stuff. So yeah, let's talk about that.
Yeah. So we are a membership plan. So like anything else, a la carte services are available to everyone. And they just are a little bit more expensive. So our club pricing, we have our Black Card membership is $500 a month, and you get a pick between certain services each and every month. So part of that could include a GLP-1 shot, that could include a couple IVs a month, that could include testosterone shots, facials, Botox injections, whatever it may be that's kind of what you're looking for. We let you pick from several of those each and every month. And then if you decide that you'd like to do a little bit extra, then you get discounted pricing on all the other a la carte services that we have. So
you can add on top of whatever your membership is.
Yeah, exactly.
How many levels of membership are there?
Right now, we just have 3.
Okay.
We're really focused on that 500 just so people can get in, feel a difference in their body. That membership also includes our Regen Med side. So if you have like bad knees or a bad shoulder, come in, get a plasma injection, which is essentially we take your blood, we spin your blood, use your own plasma. So we're just helping your body heal itself. So again, all natural, no synthetic stuff enters your body. It's just redistributing your blood to the appropriate place where your body needs to heal.
Right, because we are actually made to heal ourselves.
Mm-hmm. We have that power.
Before.
Yeah. It's all in there. It just, sometimes there's something blocking it, or maybe I've said this about the inflammation that I have suffered since maybe it was COVID. We have no idea,
right.
But it's over a year now. So much of it is related to my actions and whether or not that inflammation stays in my body. So the power is actually within me to help reduce that inflammation. Mm-hmm. And I think that the power is within us to get on top of our weight, or to age more gracefully, or to, all of the things you're talking about. That's overall wellness.
Yep.
Yeah. I like that you give people the offering. It's almost like the different services, so they can come up with their best, like whatever they need. And then throw in a facial, because maybe it's going to get someone that normally wouldn't do a facial to try it. Julie and I love facials.
We do. We've also participated in the PRP before, so we love that too. Yes. We can be advocates that does work.
It does work because, clearly.
Well, and a lot of people hear PRP and they think it's either specific to joints or something like that, but it is amazing. PRP can be used for hair restoration, which we do. Where our medical director here, we inject his skull every so often, and his hair is coming back. And we've had several other patients that have had really good results with that. Like I said, we use the PRP for the stretch marks. So there's a lot of awesome options, and all we're doing is helping your body help itself, rather than here's this synthetic jelly. Good luck, and we'll see you back in a year and a half to re-inject or anything like that. So
nice,
so wonderful.
Okay, where are you located?
Yeah.
So we are in we're right off of Snake River Parkway. We're in the Ball Ventures building, first floor, and so we're a standalone building, and easy to get to, easy to access, and.
Man, it is beautiful. It is beautiful.
I walk down there all the time. I am loving how this area is making that such a vibrant. It's making it well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's taking a part of this area that wasn't being used, that everyone should have looked at and gone, you have everything there, make it beautiful, and that's what's happened in that area. So it's awesome.
Let's throw out your social handles too, so people can follow.
Yeah, so on Instagram, we are at the Wellness Club HQ, and that's where, a lot of the magic happens. You'll see our specials. Each month we have what they call just kind of the menu of specials. So we'll have a different service focused each month there, and then you can reach our TikTok from that place as well. Our website is wellnessclub.com, and just make sure to click on Idaho Falls. We just opened a new one in Billings, Montana. So we are growing, and it's been.
And where were your previous ones? Because there's is it there 3 or 4?
So we offer mobile services in Utah.
Okay.
And then we're opening satellite offices in Dallas and Denver as well.
Oh my gosh, how fun for you guys.
I know. So.
I get so much energy when people go and do that. It makes me so excited for them, and it makes me be rejuvenated in what I'm doing.
I would love to get his wife on.
Yeah.
She's
show one time too. She is so dynamic. Meeting her was
I love that.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's that crazy person that is a graphic designer, but then also does coding. So she has both sides of her brain working, where she just tells me to go talk to people, and it works out pretty well. So
good for you.
They're
Way
good
to marry
team.
up.
Yeah.
Good job.
I know. So
okay, real quick, where are you from? Are you from the area? Where do you live? Where is?
Yeah, so I'm born and raised in Utah.
Okay.
And then we're still down there, but we are up here 2 to 3 days a week right now. And we've loved the community. Our 4-year-old is integrating well up here as well. He loves all the museums and parks. So
good.
Yeah, we love
good
Idaho
for you
Falls.
Guys. Okay, we ask all of our guests to leave us with something when we're doing a podcast with them. So it could be your life philosophy. It could be a joke. I mean, whatever you want to leave with our listeners, it's called We Share.
A Chad Spencerism, so to speak, something from you.
No, I think the one thing that really, or there's two things that really stick out to me in my life. First one is come what may and love it. Whatever happens in life, just roll with the punches and love it. And then the second one is decide immediately and live with the consequences. So those two phrases really resonate with me. The second one is what my grandpa taught me. So he has a super successful business in Utah, a huge gas station chain. And he always told me growing up, like, Chad, I barely graduated high school. I am not very smart. But the one thing that I am is I make a decision very quickly and I just run with it. There's no doubting that decision. If I fail, awesome, I make a decision off of that one. And it led to great things for him. So I'm trying it out in my own life, and so far, so good.
I'm a big believer in that.
I do too. I think decide. Yeah. Any deliberation.
Well, you cripple yourself with
delay,
undecision.
And then you surround yourself with people that feel that delay. It builds resentment and complication. Like it just... It's just not it's a recipe for not good things. So I love it.
Your grandpa sounds like a wise man.
Yes.
Yeah, he definitely was. He's awesome. So
great. All right. So Wellness Club, you said on Facebook, Wellness Club HQ.
Yep.
Okay. I would say go there.
Tag them when this drops. And
thanks, Chad.
No, thank you.
It's been
awesome.
Thanks for joining us today on the We Share podcast.
If you've loved what you've heard, please give us a 5-star rating. Tell your friends and share this show.
You can also follow us for recipes, lifestyle and fashion tips, book reviews, and more on WeSharePodcast.com.
Join our Share Squad and sign up for our newsletter there.
We would love to connect with you.
We share on TikTok, Pinterest, Facebook, and Instagram. Give us a follow.
A big goodbye squeeze and sending you all our love from Alex and Julie.
Join us next week on the We Share podcast.